The Eagles and the Bears are heading into one of the most anticipated matchups of the season, and fans on both sides are buzzing with excitement. Philadelphia comes into this game as 7-point favorites, but there's a lot more to unpack when you look at both teams beyond the lines and the predictions. The Bears, under Ben Johnson, have been one of the biggest surprises in the league. No one really expected them to be in the position they are now, leading their division with a roster that many underestimated at the beginning of the year. Ben Johnson has not only brought a new energy to Chicago, but has built a culture that's starting to show its strength week after week. His offensive schemes are clearly starting to click, and while Caleb Williams is still developing consistency in his throws, he's making plays when it counts most, especially in clutch moments where the pressure is high and every decision matters. The defensive side, too, has grown under Dennis Allen. Even though injuries have forced some adjustments, the unit has shown significant progress, playing with more discipline and awareness than earlier in the season. Special teams have been a focus as well, with Tim Hightower making adjustments and stabilizing the unit, something that hasn't gone unnoticed by the fans and the players alike. Chicago fans haven't felt this kind of optimism in years, and you can feel the momentum building around the team. The roster is filled with role players who step up in big moments, and the coaching staff has created a system that rewards smart, disciplined football. This is a Bears team that can compete with anyone, and when you pair that with a fan base that has waited years for a team like this, the atmosphere is electric. The culture, the preparation, and the confidence are all aligning, and it's showing on the field. Meanwhile, the Eagles have had a strong season, but they come into this matchup with a few areas of concern. They are inconsistent offensively, especially when it comes to sustaining drives and converting in critical situations. Penalties have been a persistent problem, and while the defense has been performing well overall, there are vulnerabilities, particularly against teams that can exploit play action and create big explosive plays downfield. Philadelphia's offensive line hasn't been the same force it was last year, which has impacted both the run game and pass protection. Saquon Barkley has struggled to find space behind the line, and the yards before contact metrics tell the story of a team that can't consistently open lanes for their star running back. Even with Jalen Hurts putting up impressive touchdown numbers, the team as a whole has been uneven, and there are questions about whether the offensive coordinator can adjust effectively to maximize the talent on the roster. The matchup between these two teams is about more than just wins and losses. It's about style, identity, and execution. The Eagles have historically relied on controlling the line of scrimmage and methodically moving the ball, whereas the Bears thrive on explosive plays, aggressive schemes, and creating moments that change the game in an instant. Caleb Williams has shown a remarkable ability to extend plays, stay calm under pressure, and make decisions that can swing a game. His accuracy is improving, and his understanding of the system is growing, making the Bears' offense a real threat even against a strong Philadelphia defense. The stakes are high, with implications for playoff seeding in the NFC, and both teams know that this game could shape the trajectory of their seasons. The weather might be cold, around 40 degrees, which could make footing tricky and affect the speed and timing of plays. That's another layer for coaches and players to consider as they prepare their strategies. On the Eagles' side, there's the challenge of balancing a conservative game plan with a need to stay competitive against a team capable of sudden explosive bursts. Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni have historically favored an approach that minimizes mistakes, capitalizes on turnovers, and relies on disciplined, methodical football. Their success when winning the turnover battle is remarkable, and it's something they've preached and executed consistently over the past couple of years. But when a game is on the line against a team like Chicago, a conservative approach could backfire. The Bears are aggressive, calculated, and not prone to mistakes. They've built confidence from close games, learned from early losses, and their roster has adjusted to handle adversity. This makes the matchup even more compelling because Philadelphia's usual tactics may need to adapt in order to succeed against a team that's comfortable playing in tight, high-pressure situations. Every decision, every play call, every adjustment on the fly could determine the outcome of this game. Special teams, often overlooked, are another factor that could tilt the field. Tim Hightower, and his unit have stabilized the Bears' game in ways that impact field position and momentum. Meanwhile, the Eagles must manage penalties and turnovers, which have plagued them at critical moments, undoing big plays and preventing them from maintaining control of the clock. The offensive line, while talented, has been inconsistent, forcing quarterbacks to make quick reads under pressure and challenging the running game to establish a rhythm. The contrast in styles, the methodical Eagles versus the explosive Bears, creates an intriguing chess match on the field, where preparation, adaptability, and execution will be paramount. This game also highlights the progression of young talent and the impact of coaching on both teams. Caleb Williams' development under Ben Johnson is a testament to how a well-structured system can unlock potential, while the Eagles' coaching staff faces the challenge of finding balance between their tried-and-true conservative approach and the need to respond dynamically to an opponent that is unpredictable and dangerous. The implications for the NFC playoff race cannot be overstated. A win could secure a top seed and set a team on a path with home field advantage and momentum, while a loss could derail plans and force adjustments down the stretch. Every player on the field understands the importance of execution, situational awareness, and seizing opportunities when they present themselves, and that mindset will likely define the outcome of the matchup. Chicago's point differential may look odd on paper, but it doesn't tell the full story. Early losses skew the numbers, but their performance in close games demonstrates resilience and an ability to win under pressure. The team thrives in tight situations, using discipline, preparation, and a belief in the system to outperform expectations. Philadelphia, meanwhile, must contend with the reality that explosive plays by the Bears can shift momentum in an instant, putting pressure on their conservative game plan and testing the mental and physical endurance of their roster. Every snap will be a battle for field position, time of possession, and points on the board, and fans can expect a high-stakes, edge-of-your-seat contest that could define narratives for both franchises this season. Ultimately, this game is about matchups, momentum, and adaptability. The Eagles have the talent to dominate, but the Bears have the strategy, confidence, and explosiveness to challenge them at every turn. Both teams enter this prime-time spotlight aware that every decision, every play, and every adjustment could make the difference between victory and defeat. The stakes are amplified by playoff implications, the history of the franchises, and the expectations of passionate fan bases that have been waiting for meaningful football for years. With the combination of young quarterbacks, evolving systems, and contrasting styles, this matchup promises to deliver intensity, drama, and excitement from start to finish. As the game approaches, there's a lot to consider about how both teams will manage the ebb and flow of the matchup. The Eagles have relied heavily on their conservative approach throughout the season, trusting in their talent and discipline to overcome challenges, but the Bears are not the type of team that allows opponents to impose their will easily. Ben Johnson's offense thrives on quick reads, aggressive execution, and the ability to turn small opportunities into game-changing plays. Caleb Williams has become increasingly adept at moving through his progressions, recognizing defensive schemes, and keeping plays alive even under pressure. He's developing a sense of timing and anticipation that allows him to extend drives, create explosive plays, and keep defenses on edge. His pocket awareness, coupled with his ability to make throws on the move, has been a major factor in Chicago's recent successes. Even when his accuracy isn't perfect, the decisions he makes and the progressions he runs are often correct, demonstrating growth and football intelligence that bodes well for the Bears in high-stakes matchups like this one. The Eagles, on the other hand, have to balance their identity as a disciplined, turnover-conscious team with the need to respond to an opponent that can generate big plays at any moment. Philadelphia's offensive line has struggled at times this season, particularly in protecting the quarterback and establishing a consistent run game. This has limited their ability to control the clock and wear down defenses, making it more challenging to sustain leads and execute in critical moments. Jalen Hurts has performed exceptionally in the red zone and in scoring opportunities, but the inconsistencies along the offensive line and the penalties that have plagued the team make every drive a potential risk. The matchup against a Bears team that is aggressive, Well-coached and comfortable in tight games means the Eagles cannot rely solely on pass strategies. They must adjust on the fly, exploit matchups, and find ways to create explosive opportunities while minimizing mistakes. Special teams will play an understated yet crucial role in the game. Chicago's unit, under Tim Hightower, has been effective in controlling field position, making key tackles, and creating situations that can shift momentum. Meanwhile, Philadelphia must remain disciplined, avoiding penalties that negate big plays and maintaining focus on the execution of fundamentals. The ability of both teams to handle field position, convert critical third downs, and maintain composure under pressure will likely determine the pace and flow of the game. With temperatures expected to hover around 40 degrees, footing could be slippery, and ball handling will be even more critical. A single turnover or misstep in the kicking game could have an outsized impact on the outcome. The Eagles have also struggled with explosive plays allowed on defense, particularly against teams that excel in creating sudden, long gains. The Bears fit that profile perfectly, with the ability to generate 10-plus yard runs and 20-plus yard passes with consistency. This makes every defensive play crucial for Philadelphia, as a single breakdown could lead to a momentum-shifting score. Caleb Williams' ability to read coverages, make quick decisions, and extend plays gives Chicago a real advantage in situations where defenses may expect conservative tendencies. The Eagles' coaching staff must find ways to pressure the quarterback, disguise coverages, and limit big play opportunities while still maintaining their offensive identity. On the offensive side, the Eagles' challenges extend beyond line play and penalties. Their running game, a cornerstone of past successes, has not consistently produced explosive gains. Saquon Barkley has faced challenges finding space, and a lack of support from a line has limited the team's ability to control the clock or set up favorable passing situations. Even with Hurst performing efficiently in the red zone, the lack of a balanced attack can make the offense more predictable and easier to defend. Philadelphia will need to adjust play calling, mix up formations, and perhaps take more calculated risks in order to counter the Bears' speed, agility, and opportunistic defensive schemes. Meanwhile, Chicago's defense has been disciplined, aggressive, and opportunistic. Dennis Allen has crafted a unit that is capable of adjusting on the fly, disguising blitzes, and creating pressure without sacrificing coverage integrity. Injuries have forced the team to rely on depth, but young players and role contributors have stepped up, showcasing the strength of the coaching staff and the culture Johnson has established. The ability to execute in critical situations, respond to adversity, and make big plays in short yardage and red zone scenarios has been a defining feature of the Bears season. This mindset and resilience are exactly what will be tested against a team of the Eagles' caliber. Turnovers remain a critical statistic for both franchises. Historically, Philadelphia has been dominant when winning the turnover battle, and their approach is built around minimizing mistakes while capitalizing on opponents' errors. Chicago, while aggressive, has also shown the ability to protect the football, limiting interceptions and ensuring that high-risk plays do not result in costly errors. Caleb Williams' development has been impressive in this regard, with a growing understanding of when to take calculated risks and when to play safe. This balance between aggression and discipline could be the defining factor in a game that is likely to be close and hard-fought throughout all four quarters. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The football world woke up agitated by a rumor that spread with the speed of a broken play turning into a miracle run. The Eagles, in a movimento que ninguém via chegando, Esterium preparados para anunciar a chegada da estrela do Cowboys, Dak Prescott, as whispers began in small corners of social media, then snowballed into a national murmur that refuses to quiet down. No one knows exactly where the spark started, but it has already set the sports landscape ablaze. Executives deny nothing, confirm nothing, and yet their silence only fuels the fire. Would the Eagles truly bring aboard the face of their longtime rival? Could a quarterback who defined the Cowboys' identity suddenly Don Green? The idea alone has fans pacing living rooms and radio hosts losing their voices. Some insiders claim back-channel conversations have been circulating for weeks, masked under harmless league meetings and casual visits. Others insist the rumor is nothing more than a wild misinterpretation of a friendly encounter between representatives. Still, the tension feels too real, too heavy, too purposeful to simply brush aside. In Philadelphia, speculation is turning into anticipation. Supporters imagine stadium chants echoing louder than ever, envisioning Prescott taking snaps in a system that could unlock an entirely different version of him. Meanwhile, in Dallas, disbelief mingles with outrage. Could their franchise centerpiece truly cross the divide? Not to any team, but to that team? The unrest grows with every passing hour, as if the entire country is collectively holding its breath. No official word has surfaced, yet the narrative feels magnetic, almost inevitable, as if the league itself is preparing for a seismic shift. Whether this is the start of a new era or just another off-season ghost story, one thing is certain. The rumor has already shaken the nation, leaving fans waiting, watching, and wondering what bombshell might drop next. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.